Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia and this is the Frontline Changes Report. So there is frontline changes over the past 24 hours and we'll go through them right now. And these frontline changes are mostly all covered in the situation report already. So we go into the Selydove front. Also over at Miasozharivka, so this is Miasozharivka. This Miasozharivka. The Russian forces have, according to the Ukrainian mapping, has captured all of the western part of Miasozharivka and even further outskirt of Miasozharivka. This is a massive frontline change in this area here. Uh, the distance between the last front line all the way to the furthest point is almost 4 kilometers in distance. It's really big. Just area alone is 12.9 square kilometers plus 1.2, so around 14 square kilometers. Massive change. So a lot of people, of you guys, in the comments told me that no, you want me to track all the areas captured. So I have decided to try. Let's see how this works. So we add Miasozharivka. No, so this just how I say, like 12. This what? 12.9 plus 1.25. 12.9. Oh, my math sucks, man. 13, 14, around 14. My brain is not working. 14.2. Yeah, 14.13, 13.2. 14.2. Yeah, 14.2. So 14.2. Yeah, I just put 14.2. So it's easier for me. So 14.2. And then, so yeah, let's move on to the next front line. Yeah, you guys asked for it. So it's going to be very painful right now for everybody. Because the video is going to be a lot slower. So the next frontline change, we jump all the way to Selydove. So there's no frontline changes across all the frontline until Pokrovsk region. So over the Selydove region, the northwestern part, due to the geolocation of Russian forces along this highway, uh, at the end of the tree line, confirms that the Russian forces have actually taken all these grounds. So the Ukrainian claims does not matter anymore because the Russian forces have basically appeared here and invalidated those claims. So the distance between the geolocation to the deepest point is around 2.3 kilometers. The northern part is also 2.4 kilometers. So it is a 2 kilometers, 2 kilometers plus capture. So again, we're going to do the painstaking thing of counting 2.67, 2.67 plus these hectares. I guess that's gonna. I do not know how to pronounce to count hectares. So yeah, I will just around 2.8. So that's at 2.8. So Selydove, then the 2.8. Okay. So this the frontline change over at Selydove. At Petrivka, there is also frontline changes, 42.9 hectare. I'm really not sure. Let me find. Let me find what is 1 hectare. Holy shit. I just count. I just went to find. So 42 hectare is actually 0.429. So 1 hectare is basically 0.01 square kilometers. So it's actually 0.429. So there's Petrivka. You see, I tell you, you guys asked for it. So we're going to go through this painstaking counting. Petrivka 0.42. Yeah. So 0.42. So this is the advance. This is pretty significant because the Russian forces basically entered into Petrivka. So far, we do have more news regarding this. The Russians basically enter, and I believe that this would actually herald the fall of Petrivka very quickly, because yeah, if they have a strong foothold through this railway forest, and I think it's going to be very difficult for the Ukrainians to defend in around here. The next frontline change is over in the north of Zoria or south of Novooleksiivka. So this is Zoria. So Russian forces basically have, according to Ukrainian mapping, have captured this area as the Russian forces continue to penetrate down this tree line. And so this is a bit more of a bizarre situation, because Russian forces have captured Novooleksiivka. They are fighting at Novooleksiivka and pushing towards Zoria. And suddenly they have this very peculiar push moving in this direction towards Ukrainka. So this is anyone guess what the Russians is planning to do as they continue to go down this tree line. And it's interesting, you have major defenses all around here. So this frontline change is very, very interesting. So this area is around 1 square kilometers. So I'll just put here Novooleksiivka 1, so 1 square kilometers. So, and then we go to Sontsivka. Sontsivka is one of the shocking news over the past 24 hours. Russian forces suddenly geolocated in the middle of Sontsivka. And this led to a massive frontline change around here, because to reach all the way to this area, I think the northeastern part of Sontsivka is all fallen to the Russian forces. And this is already echoed by pro-Ukrainian side as well, as a massive situation in this area here. So this one big frontline change. The distance from the furthest point to the geolocation is 4.38 kilometers. This is a massive advance by the Russian forces, and this actually is big enough to actually threaten the strategic situation in this area here. The entire strategic situation has changed, as I already covered in the frontline change in the situation report. And so the so this is Sontsivka, and the change, the area is 7.88 square kilometers, very, very big. And yeah, if you watch to this point, 7 minutes in, let me know in the comments what do you think of this change, to start to calculate the areas captured, because we will then do a sum up of how much land is captured or lost from both sides. And then we go to the Kurakhove sector. Yeah, cleared my throat a little bit with the pause. So over in the Kurakhove region, Russian forces have consolidated positions around Maximivka, and so this is the area. You can see there's a gray part because previously this was confirmed by geolocation, but the northern part was not confirmed. So now the Ukrainian mapping have actually confirmed that the Russian forces have indeed advanced in the western part of Maximivka, and they have also massively advanced in the south of Maximilivka. The Ukrainians simply abandoned positions all across this area here. So this is a massive frontline change. The whole width, the whole length of this frontline change is 8 to 9 kilometers. So this is massive frontline change. And in terms of the depth, oops, wrong tool. In terms of the depth is around 2.5 kilometers. The furthest point is even like 3.3 kilometers. So this very deep frontline change. So this area is 42.3 kilometers. So Maximivka. So this is like 24.3. The northern part, this area is 2.33. So I need to add that in as well. So 4.33. So this is 6, and then this is 6. Yeah, 26.6 square kilometers change. And then we jump further south to Konstyantynivka. So in this area here, there is also frontline changes around here, with the Russian forces taking more position north of Konstyantynivka as they start to put pressure on the Ukrainian furthest point in this salient here, because this has become a salient about, and this now they're going to put pressure and to push the Ukrainians out like a toothpaste. So this area is what happened. The distance of the push is around just below a kilometer. So this but the entire area is 1.58, and so this is also pretty big. Konstyantynivka, so 1.58 square kilometers captured. And then we go into Bohoyavlenka in the Uspenivka sector. So in this area here, Russian forces have confirmed to have secured the northeast finally, according to the Ukrainian mapping. So this is mapped by Deep State UA. So this entire area is also captured. This massive, the entire length of the front line is 5.88, so maybe 5.9, almost 6 kilometers in length. This is a very, very long front line, and the Ukrainian forces just keep losing grounds around here. But of course, we are soon going to see the Ukrainians reaching maybe a defendable place around the forest, but not sure if they're going to defend there at all. So talking about the area, it's around 3.58 square kilometers. So Bohoyavlenka. So this is 3.58. So do take all these numbers with a pinch of salt, because any of these points which I move, like if I move a little bit here, it makes a huge difference. So a minor difference, not huge. Like it makes a difference. So just take all this distance or area captured with a pinch of salt, because a lot of these areas are just farmlands, just open ground. So and then we go into Maximivka. So at Maximivka, similar situation had happened. Also a massive capture, securing the entire eastern part of Maximivka. Russian forces taking all of these grounds along the main road, moving towards Uspenivka. And this also leads to a strong foundation for them to push northward towards the other major hub, which is, no, it's not. The major hub is further away. So sorry, wrong information. Moving towards Sukiyali. So this is actually a massive push in this area here, and so this will allow them to hit towards Konstantinopolsk as well, and yeah, cutting off retreat for Uspenivka in the southern part of the river. The area, the entire front line is pretty big as well. This is around 4 kilometers from one point to another point. The total area is 6.4 square kilometers. So yeah, I wonder if like this is like playing poker, that you open the cards one by one for you guys. It's starting to feel a bit like this. To me, it's like, oh, so this is this big. Oh, that is that big. So, and yeah, and this is the last of the areas that there is frontline changes at. So if you look at the entire frontline change in this area, so I'm not sure if you can see clearly. Let me add some black thing. Okay, done. I added the black thing so you can actually see clearer. So we can zoom out for a scenic view of Ukraine. So the total area. So let me pull out the calculator. So you guys make me do these kind of things. Okay, so we have 14.2 plus 0.8 plus 0.42 plus 1 plus 7.88 plus 26.6 plus 1.58 plus 3.58 plus 6.4. So the total area captured, oops, I pressed the wrong button. Total area captured, so total is 64.46 square kilometers by Russia. So yeah, maybe that's a better way to put the title. So 64.46, and we can see that the biggest area that the Ukrainians lost is actually over at Maximilivka, which is that massive chunk around here. This is the biggest one. This is the biggest loss for territory for the Ukrainians. So a huge loss. The second, and everything else is actually nowhere close. Like the next closest is only at Miasozharivka, which is the big one in the Selydove front, and this is only half of the area lost, which is why that is one of these massive loss that I was mentioning over in the situation report. So hopefully this is interesting to you, and makes the Frontline Changes report a bit more lengthy, but meaty, and a bit more like gambling, like you have to open one slice or one cut by one cut, and it's a bit more of a surprise, Kinder surprise. So Okay, anyway, let me know what you think in the comment about this change in the Frontline Changes report. It's going to make the report slower for sure, but maybe you find this useful. And DPA open mic happening right after this recording, and so do come out and check it out, DPA open mic, and come over and chit chat, and see you guys in the next update.